Don Richards.
Lassiter, News Radio 970 WFM.
Keep going on in the room or in the house right now.
Serio.
Yeah, I'm right here.
You forgot the airport.
What do you mean I forgot the airport?
Your map indicates that it's right after Drew.
Sunset Point is the next light up past, the next major intersection.
The next light after the intersection. What about the airport and all of that stuff and the miles and miles of road? I just got it. Serio.
Yeah, I'm right here. Do I have to draw I drew Grand Prix Car Wash on the map I gave you. I drew high school on the map I gave you.
From here.
I don't have headphones on yet.
Oh, you don't have headphones
I drew everything on that map. I did everything I could for you except drive you there.
The airport and the 12 miles of dirt road after Hercules.
Quit whining and start your show.
I just literally walked through the door.
I know what you did. We were in a panic here. I almost put Michael Jackson on the air.
What, don't we have any prints?
You got me.
Oh, here we are in Frank's living room.
You'll love that.
Frank either has friends or... Oh, that's right, there are a couple of reporters there. I forgot all about that. Hi there, reporters. I'm not up for this, man. I'm just not in the condition for this kind of stuff. No, thanks, Frank. I've got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do today. Mercy, let me look at my log here. In any event, this is Frank's big day. I'm really excited about this, huh, Frank?
Oh, I've been preparing for this for a month.
Preparing for this for a month. Frank must lead an incredibly sheltered life if this is the biggest event in his life. It's nothing in mind, Frank. You do understand that, of course, don't you?
I haven't left the apartment.
Frank hasn't left the apartment in a month. What, are you a little bit behind in the rent and trying to avoid the landlord? Yeah, I used to live like that, too. Understand where you're coming from, Frank. Well, the rest of you guys just kind of talk amongst yourselves there while I open up my briefcase and catch my breath and things of that nature. Of course, I left all of my notes for the show out in the car. Can you take a picture of me?
Come on.
Frank, I hardly sat down. Frank wants to take pictures already. Oh, you want to sit next to me, too? Whoa!
All right, smile, boss.
Whoa! Doesn't even have shoes on. This is disgusting.
Look at my toe.
Whoa! Oh, now I got to look at the boo-boo in his toe. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Is this great? All right.
Oh, unreal. She actually sat next to me. Gee, willikers. In any event, let's see here. The Oldsmar shopping guide. Okay. You're from the old shopping guide?
Tarpon Springs, Oldsmar.
All the biggies. Tarpon Springs, Palm Harbor, and Oldsmar. You guys are actually going... What kind of an article are you doing on me?
I did one on Jack Harris, and I did one on Lionel.
Jack, Harris, and Lionel. And I'm third in line behind Harris and Lionel.
Pyramid goes only to the top.
Have you ever heard of the Fez?
The Fez?
Yeah, well, actually, there was a Fez impersonator. I was wondering, after you did me, we were going to do the Fez.
Well, can you introduce me to the Fez?
Actually, no. He works for another radio station, although I could introduce you to the Fez impersonator.
Is there another radio station?
Yes, there's one in Lima, Ohio. The Fez impersonator is almost as good as the real Fez, and in many cases, he's better.
I wouldn't know about impersonators.
Right. Frank would probably know a great deal about impersonators. Frank looks to me like, well, that's neither here nor there. Let me give out the telephone numbers. I'm still trying to catch my breath. 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas. And as a matter of fact, there really is something I didn't. Frank, would you prefer a serious or a lighthearted show?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank says.
That'd be great.
Frank says, yeah, a lot. Probably a lot of people wish Frank was a woman. 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas. Out in the car, we have Mr. Bullhorn, which, of course, I also forgot to bring in, and a lot of other things. And at this point, I will throw myself on the mercy of the people in this room. The Oldsmar shopper, is it?
Shopping guide.
Shopping guide. What kind of things would we find in there, for example, today?
Today you would find an article on Jack Harrison Lionel.
Again, Jack Harrison Lionel, 2 articles they got now.
Pictures of President Bush.
A picture of President Bush. Whoa.
Florence McCleary, who has celebrated 76 Mother's Days in her life, 100 years old.
Why did she... Oh, I just think she was 24 before. Okay.
Good, yeah.
You keep turning the pages.
I know it. Well, how about Personette by Marcia expands?
What is that by Martha? Personette by Marcia expands. Antique lines now available. Okay. Giggles, limited edition. Okay. Aquapure is as simple as 1, 2, 3. That sounds like a great article. Okay. Florist Tips by Nancy. Oh. Didn't she used to work for the New York Times? Wasn't she the florist? Yes, I thought so. Michael?
Yes, sir, right here.
Is by any strange set of circumstances, are there any phone calls?
There is one.
One.
Yeah, you mentioned his name, and, there he was.
I mentioned his name, and there he was.
Fez.
Oh.
I heard a
Jeez,
groan coming
maybe
from
it was,
the background from the
I
audience.
thought it maybe was Jack Harris. I mean, we mentioned his name, too.
Or the other one, the caller.
Oh, the caller, yeah. Oh, well, no. I would expect him to be there. Well, sure, what the hell? We'll talk to the Fez.
Sure, why not?
Hello, Bob. How are you?
Fezzy, baby, how you doing? Long time no talk.
Well, Bob, I was going to come down last Friday, but evidently you were lollygagging around somewhere else, Bob.
Wait a second. Frank, you have a problem with the Fez?
Oh, no, in order to amount of respect for the man. Is he a man?
Why are you making faces, then?
Is the Fez a man or a woman?
Well, come over here, Frank. Not too close, but just a little bit.
I'm a little bit closer there, Frank.
Fez, say hello to Frank.
Hi, Fez.
Hello, Buckaroo.
Excuse me. Fez, I got a question. Are you a man or a woman?
Fire away with that question.
Great. How about one more question?
Sure.
Are you a man or a woman?
I'd like to ask you a question, if I may, Frank.
Certainly. Are you a politician?
Are you interested in fusion?
Excuse me?
Are you interested in fusion?
No.
The subject of fusion?
Not at all.
I find it a very interesting topic myself. You see, the coming together of 2 elements that aren't supposed to be together.
I'm not interested in it, really. Are you a man or a woman?
The coming together of 2 elements that aren't supposed to be
I'm
together.
not interested, Fez. Are you a man or a woman?
And the release of energy.
Did I ever tell you that I have an inordinate amount of respect for you?
Is Bob there?
Yes, Fez, I'm here. Fez, I thought you would like to know as well as the rest. Don't go too far, Frank. There is the Frank's apartment, which has lovely, fine, comfortable furniture, has a banner hanging over by the front door. It's not the usual type of wall treatment, Frank. It says Rainsoft, world's finest water treatment equipment, and it's somewhat of a purple and gold fringe. Why is that there?
Well, that's the company that I represent.
Well, I work for J-Corp, but I'll be damned if I hang, the WFLA/WFLZ banners all over my house.
Well, it's pride in ownership, I guess.
I can well understand. Fez, anything else that you wanted to chat with?
No, just want to think about it, to check out the personal column in the Oldsmar Shopper Guide. I use it all the time, and it's very exciting and interesting.
You put personal ads in the Oldsmar
Shopper Guide.
Shopping guide.
And by the way, the picture they had of Lionel with that manly beard was something to be seen on the front cover.
Oh, and with a sweat on his brow and the whole thing.
Yes, Bob.
Ooh, kind of makes you palpitate, huh?
Whatever you say, Buckaroo.
Where have you been? We haven't heard from you for a long time.
I was planning on coming down last Friday, but you weren't around. I did speak with Mr. Michael Serio, and by the way, he has a lovely voice on the phone.
Yes, he certainly does.
And I don't know.
Have you ever? Can you begin to imagine what a voice like that would sound like echoing in a men's room?
As a matter of fact, I could.
I'll bet you could. Yeah. I just thought I'd inquire on that.
We've had problems ever since that delivery.
You'll never know.
Since that delivery a few weeks ago, and but if the invitation is still open, I'll be down there again.
Well, how are things in the world of wrestling?
Wet and sweaty, burly characters fighting each other in the squared circle.
I get a lot of mail about you. A lot of people don't like you, Fez. They get very uptight about you. some of the most vehement, nasty mail I've ever received, which is saying a lot.
It's like the subject of fusion, Bob, that's been going around. It's the coming together of elements that aren't supposed to be together. Things that attach and become one and releasing energy, unknown and undescribable energy. Things like that are controversial.
All of this in salt water.
What's that, Bob?
All of this in salt water.
That's correct, Bob.
I see.
And I prefer some type of skin lotion.
Where do you put the skin lotion?
In the salt water,
In the salt water, right, of course. How silly of me. I should have known.
That's right, Bob.
Well, Fez, this is certainly a treat and a half hearing from
It's
you.
always a treat for me, Buckaroo. And all you autoers out there, I miss you and love you all.
Oh, okay, Fezzy, baby.
Have a good day, Bob.
You too. 990-9352 in Hillsborough if you're an impersonator. 461-9352 in Pinellas if you are not an impersonator. Michael, what's the story there?
They're looking pretty grim. It's not that bad, but it's looking pretty grim.
Well,
why don't you give the numbers one more time?
Well, I have to give the numbers again. They all know the damn
especially
numbers.
the Pinellas numbers. Hillsborough's not looking too bad.
But they know the numbers. I mean, why do we have to go through the charade of giving them the numbers?
Isn't it ridiculous? Well, go on.
Well, I suppose, we could ask, Frank to go through his life story. Oh, great, there's the phone. Somebody want to get that? Unbelievable. I get no respect at all, Serio, when I come out and I do these things. None whatsoever. Do you realize I actually drove across the lawn in this apartment complex to get here on time?
Did you really?
Yes, I did. Well, I could see the damn truck out there, but I couldn't figure out how to get in, so I just drove across the line. Yes. 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9. You have to live here. Nothing says you have to live here. Frank, you can, move to a decent place. It's probably the landlord again. 990-934. All you have to do is pay the rent. Pay the rent, you'll get good references, and you can move right on up. Yeah. 990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas.
You want to go to Ruskin? Or do you want to run out to your car to get your bullhorn?
The car's a half a mile away from here. The parking lot where Frank lives, it's clear on the other side of the complex. Oh, Ruskin, your mom's on the phone.
Oh, my brother.
No, I don't want to talk to her. I'm trying to do a radio show, Frank. This is what I do for a living. I've got a job, Frank.
Rob, what time did you lose control today?
You really want to know?
Uh-huh.
It was about 10:30 this morning. I made a phone call.
What I figured.
Life has not been the same ever since.
Ruskin, you're on the air.
Hi, Russ.
Hi, Ruskin. You're making fun of Ruskin about tomatoes. We have beautiful tomatoes down here.
I said nothing about Ruskin and
You're
tomatoes.
laughing about Ruskin.
I
And
said
number
nothing
one,
about tomatoes.
I'm not an impersonator. I love wrestling.
You love wrestling. How
I
about,
do.
Yeah, but how about the Fez?
Well, let's not talk about that. I have 4 bones to pick with you, and I'll make them real short.
4 bones. Well, at all
4
the times,
bones.
Mike, how many calls do we have?
Well, real quick.
One other one.
Okay.
Don't make them quick.
Don't make them quick.
No, drag these babies out.
Number one, I was about 3 weeks ago driving back into Tampa. I don't remember how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And I heard you say something about, I don't want any long-time listeners or callers to call in.
Not that day, that's right.
Well, whatever. Anyway, I thought that was very rude. We all love listening to those old-timers. We love it.
Well, I just about had it with the chronic phone callers.
Okay, number
one
2.
of the little new blood.
Number 2, I love your smoking commercial you do for the whatevers they are. But I am a smoker.
Yeah.
And I had a girlfriend of mine drop over from being fat. So I feel like...
Drop over what?
I don't know, just drop over.
Oh, you mean literally just...
Just literally.
Whoa.
Okay. So I love having my cigarette after my coffee in the morning, et cetera, you know.
I understand.
Number 3. You are great to put up with me. Number 3 is the thing about drugs.
Yeah.
It's, I say legalize that stuff. I've been putting up with a son for a long time, many years. And I hope there's other mothers that are feeling the same way as I have. It's a terrible thing to have to go through.
You ever taken drugs?
Well, never in my life. But a little bit of pot when I was a teenager.
No, that's not serious drugs.
No, that's true.
But when you talk about legalizing drugs, you talk about legalizing
what I'm saying is, and number 3 is, that I have tried for 7 years to save my son, and he got on this dumb stuff, crack.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever number 4, my thing is about the policemen, I think are overpaid. Because every time I call the policeman, and from a payphone. They won't go to where I show them where the dealers are. I've ended up being arrested over this, which is okay, too. But those are my 4 points. The number 5 was the wrestling. I do love wrestling.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh, golly. You know, it used to be Savage, but I don't like him anymore since he did that way to Elizabeth.
Isn't that just a typical way he treats that poor
Now I
woman?
like Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake?
Yeah. I just think he's funny.
Are you serious? I mean,
I'm serious.
There isn't any type of phallic
He
symbol or
runs
anything
around that
involved in
cute
this,
little
is there?
bag of snake and everything. I think
Cute little bag of snake. It's 150 pounds of snake, lady.
Well, you know that they're protected. Nothing's going to happen to
I
them.
mean, I understand that the people in Ruskin are more used to snakes than those of us that live
Yeah,
in
we walk
civilized
over 'em.
society, but
We walk over them every day.
you're right on the way to the tomato patch. I understand.
It's been nice talking to you, Bob. You sound good.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, keep us long-time callers. I used to call you a lot until you said that, and I don't call you no more.
Well, that
So
was
remember
just
us.
chronic callers that we were talking about, whom we could almost name.
Oh, yeah, I just call you when you really get on a deep subject, because things like drugs and things like that I really get heavy about. And like robberies, having your car stolen or your chains pulled from your neck. You remember me.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Be good. 990-9352 in Hillsborough. 461-9352 in Pinellas. I don't think there's anything more basic, more fundamental, more American than living in your own home, buying your own home. And fact of the matter is, it's not always as easy as it should be. Sometimes it's almost impossible, especially if you've had bad credit or if you have gone bankrupt in the past. Well, there is a way. Town & Country Mortgage and Investment Corporation. Let me repeat the name. Town & Country Mortgage and... Oh, here we are. We're back here in Frank's living room somewhere in Clearwater. And if Frank doesn't behave himself, we will give out the address. Although that will not help you. If you'd like directions on how to get here, call Michael Serio.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, what, Michael?
What's wrong now? What are you whining about now?
What am I
Were the
whining
directions accurate? I mean, did I tell you which way to go? Did I tell you to go that way and then up and then over?
I hit Hercules at about 25 minutes to 3.
Uh-huh.
And I got here about 5.5 minutes after 3. I drove up and down, back and forth, up and down. Finally, I stopped and at about 2 minutes to 3 and asked directions from a couple
Did I
of...
tell you that, it goes
kids.
all the way up and then, there's the road? Did I tell you?
Well, I say...
I mean, do I have to put blades of grass? Do I have to put, gas
since
stations?
you had basically put blades of grass, I would have thought that you would have put an airport. An airport's not an insignificant little thing.
That airport is.
I mean, you put things on that map that were past the car wash. Well, actually, the car wash is past Hercules.
Yeah, you don't have
You
to...
put things that were past where I was supposed to turn off, but you didn't put things on the map that were before where I was supposed to go. I mean, McHenry could have done a better job of giving me directions.
Well, then you should ask McHenry.
Well, maybe in the future I will.
Yeah, maybe you should.
L.A.
Oh, yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
I sent in and I haven't received them yet, and I called you in April. And
the last show was in May, or late April. Yeah, it was late April. That was the last show.
Yeah, but I talked to you in early April, and you promised me my tickets were on my way.
I doubt it very much, since I didn't actually take care of the tickets in April.
Well, you can't do that, Bob.
Well, it was done. You had probably requested a specific date.
Yeah, I requested May 26th.
Well, the problem is when you request a specific date, as we had told people, that if all the tickets were gone, it was first come, first serve.
Well, that's not fair, Bob.
And besides, we're not doing shows in May.
Why?
Because I stopped them.
It's not fair.
Well, life is not fair.
That was my birthday.
Well, it hasn't even come yet if it's May 26th.
I know. I was looking forward to coming in to your show.
Well, wow.
I took the day off from work and everything.
Well, obviously you haven't taken the day off from work.
No, I mean, I requested the day off from work in early May.
Well, I'm sure that Paul Harvey would let you come in and, watch the tape go around.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Anytime. You should have taken the golf court baby. Oh, Mike.
No, she's gone.
Thank goodness.
I sent her packing.
Whoa. Hillsborough. 990-9352 in Hillsborough. 461-9352 in Pinellas.
I think you better slow down when you give those numbers.
Why?
Drop off.
They're dropping off?
Yeah, they're dropping off. They're not holding on today very well.
Oh, well, what the hell's the problem?
Hey, go ahead and follow her.
I drove across the lawn to get here. I broke my back. I put life, limb, and Lincoln at risk to get here on time, and this is the kind of respect they show me?
Let's go to Tampa.
Tampa, you're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
Why in the world should the drug dealers get all the profits and make all the profits and not let the government control the profit, legalize and let the government control the profit and get it out of the drug dealers' hands?
Where's it written the government should be in a profit-making business?
No, but they could control it and let the residents, like in England, where they have 1,500 heroin addicts registered, and in Holland, where it has not proven that legalization of drugs leads to people trying drugs even though they've never tried them before. And I just think that we're not winning the war in this way.
Oh, so I see. You're going to win a war by making it still easier and still cheaper.
Well, no, don't make it...
excuse me, I thought I was in the middle of a sentence.
Go ahead.
By making it still easier and cheaper for more and more and more and more people in this country who don't have decent jobs, don't have decent housing, don't have, anything going for them except a high. Just make it easier for more and more of those people to drop out. That makes a hell of a lot of sense.
No. What you do is you give it to them free.
Oh,
and we pay for it.
Oh,
and
so
our
then there are
taxes pay
even
for
more
it.
people wandering around in a daze.
No, because you control it, give it, and let them go in hospitals and stuff, and let them take it and stuff, and make sure
who's
that
going to pay for that?
We do.
Oh, we do.
We pay for the bombs now. The 60% of our tax go to the war machine. 6% goes to education. And you're telling me you're not willing to pay taxes to keep somebody from hitting you over the head when you go to the store and get some milk or something?
I don't know how it's going to keep anybody from hitting me over the head. I've been hit over the head while on my way to the store for milk anyway.
Bob, if you legalize something, then the black market's gone. Those people are out of jobs.
So what if the black market's gone? The problem isn't gone.
Well, the crime problem is gone.
The problem is not people getting rich from selling drugs. The problem is millions upon millions upon millions of Americans wasting their lives on drugs.
How about education? Spending money on education?
No. Why don't you just address what I just said?
Okay. I agree. But I think spending money on education and legalizing what they
No, I don't believe you addressed what I just said. What I was talking about were millions upon millions upon millions of Americans wasting their lives. And you want to make it easier for them to waste their lives?
If it's legal, more people are not going to go ahead and try drugs just because it's legal.
You ever tried drugs?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, aren't they nice?
They were.
I tell you, you sound having a really lousy day if you'd like to know the truth. There are a lot of things going on.
No.
Excuse me again, I thought I was in the middle of a sentence. There are a lot of things going on in my life that I'm not terribly happy about. And I want to tell you, I could really go with a good hit of acid. It's like I sit out there and watch the grass grow and look at the ducks and just forget all of my problems and maybe then take a couple of downers and just forget all the problems I've got in the world. I want to tell you, I think it sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow it might sound like a real good idea, and the day after that it might sound like a real good idea, and then pretty soon maybe I just wouldn't be able to face anything without some drugs, Well,
Bob, how do we stop it then? If we don't, how we stop? We're not winning now. How are we going to stop?
Well, you sure as hell don't stop it by starting to legalize it.
All right, just want to get your opinion on it.
Oh.
All right. Take it easy. Then.
Never changes.
All right.
Bye.
See you later.
990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas. Michael?
Nothing.
The Gulfport baby and Banny, that's what I get?
That's it. And you didn't even get the Gulfport baby.
Pardon?
You didn't even get her.
Well, but she tried.
She tried.
She's a very trying woman. Extremely trying. Who are all these people, Frank?
Oh, let me introduce you. That's Jeff.
No, I know what their names are. Why are they here? Don't they have jobs?
As a matter of fact, some of them don't. Some of them took the day off specifically to come here and see you. Certainly this is a thrill that most of us will remember for the rest of our lives. So, we didn't bring cameras because we'll have it locked in forever.
Well, then who was the guy with the camera?
I don't know. Clearwater's son. His name was Howard.
Oh, he's already gone?
Yeah, he was real excited about being here.
Howard left already? He just came and took pictures and split.
Yeah, he seemed like a real excitable kind of guy. He smiled when he came in.
Did he talk to anybody or anything?
He didn't talk to me much. He just said, my name is Howard, and sit over here by Bob. That's what he said.
Are you sure he was not just some weird person that lives here in the complex?
Well, we had security check out all the upper balconies where they could see clearly.
Oh, come on, man. You don't have any security here. This is the kind of place you can drive across the lawn.
Okay, I lied. I'm sorry. So we didn't have any security check it out.
Well, what do you live in a place where that allows people to drive across the lawn?
Well, that's how I get my groceries up here, is I drive right up around to the back.
Well, judging from the way you look, no one could possibly be expected to carry that many bags around.
Okay.
Oh, you agree with that?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
If I didn't, would it matter?
Where do you get your car washed?
Grand Prix. Right across from the high school on Gulf to Bay when I had the car. Now I got the van, and they won't wash my van.
Hey, Frank, in case you missed it, there's a map there that Bob has that has it on it.
Yeah,
Well, where's that damn map? It's out in the car. I'm going to go get that map during the newscast, Serio. And when I come back to the station tomorrow, you are going to eat it along with last week's map. You know, the one where you had me turn right instead of left? Oh, Michael.
What do you want?
I said I'm going to bring the map back to the station and have you munch on it with some salt along with last week's map.
Last week's I'll take kind of responsibility.
Kind of responsibility.
Kinda. But this one, no, because it's all laid out for you. I knew where it was.
You have the map stopping right after you cross Drew. That street goes on for miles.
What?
And miles.
What are you talking about?
Hercules.
Hercules goes up to that road that you're on,
yeah.
and then it just kind of wanders off and becomes a subdivision.
Well, unfortunately, you had it stopping long before it got to where I am.
Do I have to put everything in your maps?
Yes.
How long have you lived here?
I've never lived over here, where this place is. I don't live in places where they let you drive across the lawn.
Why do I put up with this?
Where's the car?
Probably because it pays well.
Probably, right?
It's certainly interesting. You get a chance to watch me. I mean, look at poor Frank. One day out of his life, he gets a chance to watch me work. You, on the other hand, 5 days a week. Except on those days when I come out to, Frank's.
And then you still come in here and pester me.
Pester you?
Yeah.
I didn't pester you. I came in to pick up the log.
And the map.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the Grand Prix car wash. Not you, Michael. You're hopeless. Frank, of course, goes to the Grand Prix car wash. Frank is a fairly cool dude, even if he does hang banners from where he works on his living room wall. Outside of that, Frank at least knows where to get his car washed. I'll bet, Frank, you had a lot of bugs on your car this month, didn't you?
Particularly this weekend, yeah.
Unbelievable. For those of you who are relatively new to Florida, those nasty little bugs, those things that they call love bugs, they will eat the paint off of your car, and I kid you not, they will literally and truly do that. Get them off quick. And if you don't want to go out there and scrub them off, then take your car to the Grand Prix car wash. They will debug it. They will clean it. They will make you happy, and they will not let you go until you are happy. The Grand Prix car wash, 3 locations to serve you. In Clearwater, 1880 Gulf to Bay Boulevard. That's just on the map before Hercules. Apartment 3. Right.
I got a question for you, Bob.
Yeah.
Your listeners that love you so much and are crazy about you because you say what you want to say when you want to say it.
Yeah.
We want to know why you had to apologize yesterday about the bike story.
Why I had to apologize about a bike story? I didn't have to apologize about a bike story.
Oh, I thought you were apologizing yesterday to a certain bike company about your story.
I think it would have probably sounded that way, yeah.
Well, I loved your stories and all your stories, and I think it's great that you get to say what you want to say. That's what makes your show so interesting.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, that's all I had to say.
Okay.
Have a good day, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Tell your wife and your dog hi.
Okay.
Bye.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Sophie. Yes, I'd love some cookies. Let's wait here for Michael.
What do you want?
I thought that perhaps you'd like to tell me
Let's
where...
go to Venice.
Venice, you're on the air at 970 WFLA. Hi, Venice.
Hi, Bob. I think I got a problem here.
Yes,
Yeah. I live up in Tampa, but I'm on the road almost all day. And lately, I haven't been able to get in touch with my wife between 7 and 9 and 4 and 6. We're laying in bed the other night. She rolls over and says, "Pardon?"
Oh, mate. Oh, they brought over the cookies.
Are you paying attention?
Yes, I'm
I
paying
got a problem here.
I think you better pay attention to this one, Bob.
Okay.
Anyhow, Bob, she turns over and says, you think there's any chance of you ever having a washboard stomach? Or what would make you say that? So, I don't know, I was just thinking about it. And she asked me if we could go to the beach this weekend. I hate the beach. She said she wanted me to look like a bronze Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, that little voice I hear in the background?
Yeah.
In Gary's airplane?
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know. He's not supposed to have anybody up there, but your wife, sir, like a lot of other women rather, in the area, has been totally bamboozled. McHenry doesn't exactly have a washboard stomach. It's a little bit closer to a wash tub stomach.
Oh, well, that's more encouraging. That means maybe she's never seen him without a shirt on.
And in terms of being a bronze Adonis, it's a little bit more like pig iron Adonis.
So I'm in good shape then.
Well, probably a hell of a lot better than McHenry.
Yeah. Okay. Weird things are going on, Bob. She's supposed to be working. You can never get her work between 7 and 9 and 4 and 6.
How old is this woman?
28.
28. Well, she just has a case of the middle-aged crazy settling in a little bit early, that's all.
Well, where does he park that airplane?
The airplane? Albert Whitley or something like that.
Yeah. Peter O'Bright.
It's not the one in Clearwater that I just drove past, that's for sure.
That's Clearwater Air Park.
Is that what
Careful, that's where I fly out of, Bob.
Oh.
Yeah. These people live in that airport, huh?
Your own airplane?
Not anymore.
Oh.
I couldn't afford it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I mean, you wouldn't do things like, go up there with a shotgun or something and look for Gary.
No, I'll find him on the ground.
Oh.
I'll find him on the ground. But what kind of plane's he flying around in?
I have the vaguest idea.
Yeah, you have it.
I mean, if it's a J-Corps plane, it's either something very, very expensive or very, very cheap, and nothing in between.
I'm recording the conversations in that airplane every day.
Well, as to who that little person is in the background, yeah, it's probably some fox,
Yeah, blonde hair?
I wouldn't know. I've only seen McHenry like 4 or 5 times in my life.
Yeah, well, that's because you always send him to the wrong place.
No, it's because we don't let him come into the station.
Yeah. I looked for him at the Grand Prix, and when I found out he was going to the...
Brandon Wishy-Washy.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, there's a town and country Wishy-Washy now, too. And I thought he might be there.
Well, if they have a Tom's machine, he'll show up sooner or later.
I've been waiting for him. But I know, Bob, I'm going to catch him. You tell him at 4 o'clock that I'm listening.
Okay, will do.
All right.
Be good.
Bye.
John Richards standing by at the WFLA news desk here. And there are some other people that none of us know anything about here in Frank's living room. We went off right before the 4 o'clock hour with what Michael says was a full board, and I'll bet, Michael, that every single last one of them was dropped off, right?
Almost. We had one left over from the news.
One
and we
left
just
over
picked up a fresh one. So.
Just got another one on the line, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the net
I don't
out for that
understand
one.
it. These people were waiting, maybe 10 minutes? Maybe 10 minutes.
Well, there is a phenomenon in talk radio. I've noticed it in all the markets, both of them, that I've worked in, and that is that people tend to hold on for about 90% of the newscast, and just as the newscaster, in our particular case, of course, America's second most popular.
Our beloved.
Right, our beloved. Just about 90% into the newscast, bam, 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 they drop off. It's a phenomenon, Mike.
Let's go to Largo. See if we can salvage anything out of it.
Sure, what the hell. Hey, Largo, you're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Well, you're in Largo. Bob, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, just,
Hey, well, listen.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Every time that you do one of these live remotes from your house or whatever...
They really seem like a great idea at the time.
Well, yeah, but once you get there,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like you're very psyched. I guess it would be kind of like a blind date and not being real happy once you get there. At least that's what it sounds like listening to your show.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here. Frank cleaned his bathroom and everything.
What a deal.
I mean,
He went all out for you, huh?
Largo, how would you feel sitting next to a guy that, told you he cleaned his bathroom for you?
Well, what's this Frank guy like? I mean, come on, put him on the spot.
Frank, hey, he's really a neat guy. About 6'4", 212 pounds, I'd say. All of his own teeth.
No, I don't want a physical description. What's the guy like?
He's a jerk.
Are there any foxes there hanging out, or?
That's the weird thing. The place is half full of good-looking foxes.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, except, Mary's home listening, and I don't know who they are or why they're here or anything else about it.
Well, I guess here's why I'm calling.
I can only assume they're here because of McHenry.
It's like today when you do like a lighthearted show, I almost...
You think this is lighthearted?
I almost find myself liking you. Okay? But now some days you get so hardcore that I don't even think you like yourself.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, come on. I'm serious. I mean, half the sick. I don't think any human being could be what you're like on your show.
No, don't insult me.
Come on, you're married, and you have a mother. 2 people have lived with you. Okay? No human being could be lived with if they were like you are on your show. I've come to the conclusion that you...
I beg your pardon. I believe everything I say, and I believe it.
Oh, I'm sure you believe it, but come on. I mean, just between me and you, nobody else is listening.
Yeah.
It's all a shtick. You think?
Hang up on him, Michael.
Ooh, that was fun. I'm glad to have done that one. I'm surprised you gave him that long.
Well, I was trying to be a nice guy, but,
let's go to Lutz.
Lutz, you're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Bob?
Yeah.
How are you, Dave?
Well, truth of the matter is I've been better. Physically it's not so bad, although I've reached a point where I have to take off a few pounds. It's starting to really catch up with me. I'm losing my breath more than I should be, but the shoulder is all better. I haven't had any trouble with the shoulder for I couldn't tell you when. The ingrown toenails. But the ingrown toenails are giving me a little bit of grief, and they have to be worked on, and I don't appreciate that. The dog is, she just came back from the kennel. We were away for 4 days, so it takes several days to get her back into shape. And I got some grief here and there, like everybody does. But outside of that,
everything's all right.
Yeah.
I've not spoke to you before, but I remember the spider on your curtain in the house,
You remember the spider on the curtain in the house?
Yeah, I remember the rendition of Christmas 2 years in a row, and your talk with the girl, the 18-year-old that had domestic problems.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've got a problem.
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, this is not an advertisement or anything, but we've got a situation here arising through the AMVETS. Do you know anything about the AMVETS?
The American vets?
Right.
Not particularly.
We're going to have the Memorial Hall open Memorial Day here in Lutz.
Yeah.
And if there's some way that people could be notified, which I think is on there now, I know you're talking, and I've listened to you quite a bit over the past several years.
You mean, in other words, you want me to publicize the fact
that it's going to be open here for anybody to go in and use their father's, sons, and daughters' names on the plaque there, and we're going to have the total memorial service if we possibly can.
Or about food, things like that.
All right, Lutz is right there. The memorial hall is right at the fire department and the library in Lutz.
Yeah, but what about food? The cover
well, they'll have some servings of some type there.
Servings of some type.
Commodities will be there.
Well, hot dogs.
Oh, yeah, sure. We've got all types of services there.
How much?
Nothing.
Nothing? You mean go
we ever charge anything for anything.
Well, donations, then you accept donations.
Well, if they want to give it, but we don't even require that.
Yeah, do you have to be a member of the...
No, and the public's welcome.
And what time is that?
It'll be Memorial Day all day.
Memorial Day all day from what, about maybe 9 o'clock in the morning?
Well, we start at probably about 7:30 in the morning. We'll close at sundown when we lower the flag.
Oh, you guys get an early start there in Lutz.
Right, and we're going to raise the flag. We'll have a bugle and honor team, and we're going to lower the flag at sundown.
And that's right around the fire hall there?
Right.
Which is what, on U.S.
41.
41, yeah.
Right there in the center of town, right across from Real Max's in the center of town.
Right there in the so to speak, in the heart of downtown Lutz.
Right. It's basically the center of town.
That's not too far away from the used trailer lot, is it?
Well, I don't know about a used trailer lot right there close, but it is the center of town.
Okay. Well, of course, I can't let you, I can't put that kind of stuff on the air.
Okay. All right, thank you now, Bob.
No problem.
Yeah.
990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas.
That gives me an idea. Let's do an entire show of public service announcements.
An entire show of public service announcements.
Our button collecting class is meeting this weekend.
That's not the worst idea I've ever heard, but that's what I said, when Richards mentioned Lassiter in your living room.
When I suggested the Life Story Show.
The Life Story Show. I forgot about that. Oh, my God. What an afternoon. What a tragic, slow. Speaking of tragic. Well. If it isn't our very own heart-sob Gary P. McHenry. P standing, of course, for Foxes.
Hello, Bob.
Hi, Gary.
Hi,
Hey.
Bob. I didn't think Serio had me turned up.
I've had you turned up for about 30 seconds here, right after the music started.
Well, I was still doing my other report on the other
were
station.
not. I was monitoring.
I was, too.
I was monitoring.
As soon as I finished that, I flipped over, and you were already in the middle of my music.
Oh,
And
poor
Bob was
Gary
sitting there
P.
with his mouth full of cookies.
Well, by the way, how's the fox hunting going?
I've been kind of busy this week, Bob.
Busy with the foxes?
No, I've been busy with other stuff. I haven't had time to devote to them.
Well, what other kind of things have you had to do this week, Gary? Clean the carburetor on the airplane?
No, we never do that.
Oh.
It's like flying roulette here. Hey, we have a lot of problems. And by the way, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said there were like a lot of people there? 8 or 9 people, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Any, foxes?
Half the room's full of foxes.
Oh, I'll be there in a minute. Traffic right now on the Interstate 275 around...
Well, you know how I feel. I'm very sensitive on this chronic caller. When you say that, I think everything you say is aimed directly at me. Bob, when are you going to tell? When are you going to tell Gary to stop chasing foxes and try girls? That's his problem. There aren't many foxes in Florida.
Well,
Georgia, North Carolina. Oh, they have fox hunts like crazy up there. But you've set this poor lad off on an impossible mission.
Well, the reason I've done that, have you ever seen Gary working a singles bar?
How would I? No, of course not. Where do you think I hang out?
Tragic sight watching Gary work a singles bar. And we just thought that he would do better running around out in the forest looking for foxes and all that constant rejection at the singles bars.
Well, I want you to know, Bob, as I fade away into the sunset, that your fame has spread far and wide.
It's not the only thing that's spreading.
What?
I sure have heard me being talked about a lot today, Bob.
Oh. God, don't you have a traffic report to do on the FM or something?
No.
Hello, Gary.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, if I was any better, I'd have to spit.
Now, you did hear my advice. You'd have to what? You did hear my advice.
Well, not all of it, but I did
Stop
get the gist of
chasing
it.
foxes and go after girls. Now, you're a grown man. You're over 21, I presume. It's time that you stop this playing around with animals and got interested
said 21,
in...
not 41.
Well, I appreciate that. The only
Get
problem...
interested in humans.
But see, that's why they call them dumb animals. You know, I stand a better chance with them.
Oh, Gary. You have a lot to... I'm sure you've led a very sheltered life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it just hangs around the airplane hangar over there all the time.
Bob, I did want to tell you that I told...
The Russians are coming.
I told an old Bowen friend of mine in New York about your kazoo playing, and like old boyfriends do, he said, I can do that. I bet I can do that better than Bob can. And guess what? He sent me a tape of kazoo playing.
And you sat there and listened to it?
Yeah, you want to hear it as I go out?
No, that's
Come on.
Oh, sure, go ahead, Peg.
Okay.
Oh, Bob, must you? That's not kazoo, is it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, slowly the kazoo playing fades in the background. Speaking of kazoos,
good.
Standing by at the WFLA.
It's a minute early. It's a minute early.
It is? My watch is off then, because he's not there.
Well, he just came in and
We blew the kazoo music, and he's not there.
My fates and fortunes depend on this program, and we're getting kazoo music? Come on, Lassiter.
It's going downhill in a hurry, you know.
I mean, McHenry's getting more action than you are. Whoa. In one sense.
Yep. That's true. I used to be big, you know. I used to be the rage, and Don Richards at the WFLA news desk.
Brush fires in Oldsmobile.
Kidding me.
Come on.
Yes, here we are back in Frank's living room.
There he is eating again.
I was not eating.
Did you hear his lips smacking?
990-9352 in Hillsborough, 461-9352 in Pinellas. If you have cookie no, that's not what we're doing at all today. Mike, what's the story?
All the Hillsborough lines are open. All the Pinellas lines are full.
Why do they do that to us? You know, it's
no idea.
Back and forth. It's, just a Wednesday afternoon schmooze. No big deal. Where do you want me to go?
Let's go to Palm Harbor.
Hi, Palm. You're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Hey, Bob. How you doing?
Oh, it's one of those kind of days.
Hey, how long did you stay in Cedar Key for?
I was there for about 20 hours altogether, I guess.
Did you enjoy it?
Very much. I mean, it's a really neat little place. We have every intention of going back.
Yeah, where'd you get to eat?
Oh, damned.
Frogs Lane?